suck now after that good intro. Like, what happens? Actually, on the way in, I had to get gas, and so, you know, now they have the little monitors with commercials on when you get gas to distract you from how much you're paying for gas. And so this guy pops up, he's like, I'm John, the wine expert, and I get questions about what wines to pair with candy. What adult is sitting around eating a bag of Twizzlers thinking, would Chardonnay go with this? Or I just don't understand that. You know? Recently, I went to a wine tasting with one of my friends, and she's not really sophisticated at all. She's not sophisticated. And so at the wine tasting, they had wine experts, and they teach you how to pour the wine, and smell the wine, and drink the wine, and whatever. And so you could bring your own wine. I was like, oh, I'm going to bring a white and a red, so it's cool. You don't have to bring anything. She's like, no, I want to bring a wine. Let me bring a wine. I'm like, you think classy wine is Boone's Farm, but all right, we can give this a try. You know, so I get there, you know, and he shows us how to do all the wine tasting stuff. Then out of her bag, she pulls out a bottle of Arbor Mist, like she did something. She's like, I'm going to pour this wine. So she swirls it around and sniffs it and drinks it, and she's like, oh my God, it does taste like mango peach. Of course it tastes like mango and peach. You didn't even need to taste it to know it tastes like mango and peach. All you have to do is hold up the bottle of Arbor Mist with the pictures of mangoes and peaches on it. Then she was like, I wonder how my red wine tastes. I don't know, let's check the bottle. It has pictures of strawberries and raspberries, so I'm sure it probably tastes like strawberries and raspberries. I hate those people that are too sensitive about racism. Like, racism does exist, but you don't need to find racism in everything. There are some people who are just too sensitive. Like, I was hanging out with my friend the other day, and he's like, we're watching a movie, and he's like, oh, this is bogus, man. I hate this. This movie's bogus. I'm like, dude, what's the problem? He's like, it's racist. There's no black people in it. I'm like, dude, it's Braveheart. Relax. When's the last time you seen a black Scottish man? That's like seeing a unicorn. It's like... And for my one friend, I always babysit for her because she has these two cute little boys, and I always babysit. And but my favorite part of babysitting is like when they go to sleep, because I can. She's like, yes, it totally is true. Because then I can like drink freely. I don't have to like hide it. So my whole goal is to get them to bed as early as possible, right? So it's like 3 p.m. in the afternoon, right? And it's like sun is shining, other kids on the playground riding their bike and everything. The ice cream truck just rolled by. They're in their pajamas eating dinner. I'm in a corner with a glass of, you know, their little cups of apple juice, lacing it with NyQuil and Benadryl. I'm like a little Jim Jones, you know, I just give it to them, the heads are nodding back. I put on the bed, they're asleep by 4 p.m. I'm like, this is great, I did it. You know, I make sure that they're still breathing and stuff. And I like when their mom calls, she's like, how are the boys doing? I'm like, they're doing awesome. You have no idea how good they're doing right now. She's like, can I talk to them? Because I spent half a bottle of NyQuil on it. I'm not waking them up after that. No. She's like, oh, all right. So what are you doing? I'm trying to figure out which wine to pair with these Kit Kats. I have no freaking clue. Speaking of kids, I think the worst place on earth you could take a kid is Chuck E. Cheese. Because what genius came up with this children's establishment that serves alcohol to their parents who are driving them home? Who thought that was a good idea? You know, like, Chuck E. Cheese is a flat screen away from actually being a sports bar, I swear to God. You know, like, I remember going to it when I was a little kid with my dad and stuff, and then I had my sisters and cousins, and he'd be like, here's the coins, I'm checking out Chuck E. Cheese and his band, you know. And we come back 3 hours later, he's drank through 5 pitchers of beer. He's talking to the puppets, and he's like, oh my God. Chucky, I swear to God, your band is amazing. You could totally go solo, I swear to God. You're like the John Lennon of rodents, I swear. And what's funny is like the waitstaff is just waving at us. They're like, have a safe trip home. We're like, we're not making it home. He hops in the car and he's just like, you don't need to put on your seatbelt. I do this all the time. Ask your mother, it's just alright. I'm a huge sports fan. I love sports. Bears 3-0. By Chicago standards, that means we're going to the Super Bowl. Forget the other 13 games. That's just it. Just give us a ring and a trophy. But I like those sports fans who take it way too seriously. You know those fans that take it way too seriously. Like, I have a friend that's like that. Like, we're chilling out watching the game, and his team is losing, like, ridiculously bad. You know? He's like, oh, no, they can come back. They can come back, and they get superstitious at the end of the game. And he was like, I've been sitting at this spot for all 3 quarters, so if I move to this spot, turn my jersey inside out, and put on my rally cap, we could totally come back. Like, you don't understand, Kim. 12 seconds is a long time in football. And I know it's 63-3, but we could come back. I'm like, dude, it's over. Like, the players are walking into the locker room. Like, let it go. You know? That's what you get for following the Lions in the first place. I'll end with this. So recently I've been looking for a job and everything, and and I hate filling out job applications now because you have to do it online. And when you do it online, it's completely different because they have this one part that's called desired salary, and you have to put in like an actual amount. And like, first off, desired salary is totally misleading. Like really. Desired salary, I'm gonna put in $1 million because that's what I truly desire. But what they should call it is, what are you willing to settle for? Because that's what it's called, you know. And so I'm at Starbucks because it's free internet, and I'm filling it out with other patrons of Starbucks who are obviously unemployed at Starbucks at 1 p.m. And I'm filling it out, but I'm speaking aloud, but I'm speaking to myself. And I'm like, how much does an academic advisor make? And then all of a sudden the patrons of Starbucks start to chime in. They're like, $25,000, no, $45,000, no, $38,999. All of a sudden I'm on Price is Right. So I did what any good contestant does, and I just typed in $1. Totally worked too, because I got an interview next week. So. My name is Kimberly. Marion has been great.